Hey everyone, Ellie Showstack here, your favorite relationship coach, and I'm excited to talk to you about how to overcome self sabotage in your relationships. So, it's important to realize in general that whenever you hear these buzzwords like sabotage, um, self sabotage, and psychological terms like passive aggressive and gaslighting, all these terms are very important for us to understand who we are and how we can get along better with other people. But sometimes when we bring up words like sabotage, I mean, the first thing that I think of is, the movies and the violence
Like
and
that. So
people. If we just kind of break things down to simple terms that you can really understand, that's actually something that you can do something about, right? Because if you look at the word sabotage and you try to overcome sabotage, it's somebody trying to do something and self sabotage to themselves to undo their goals, to cause themselves harm, right? So if you're trying to lose weight and you sneak out and eat an exorbitant amount of pizza. Okay, in my case, that it would be that. And you would say that you're self-sabotaging your goals. Okay. So let's backtrack a little bit with the relationship that you're in, right? So if you're in a relationship and you feel that you are doing something in the relationship that is causing it to end, and you yourself are doing it, you're having some type of behavior that's causing conflict, that's causing pain, that's causing fights between you and your partner, you want to first take a look at that word, sabotage, right? So let's take a look at it very simply with a goal of losing weight. So if you have a goal that you want to lose 10 pounds and you go ahead and you work really, really hard during the day to watch what you're eating, you're having water, and you're walking your 10,000 steps. And then at night, you snack. So you are sabotaging, you are undoing your plan for your goal. But notice what you had. You had a goal, and your goal was to lose 10 pounds. Well, you need a goal in that relationship in order for you to self sabotage it, correct? And that's where I think most of the confusion comes. So, the first step in overcoming self sabotage in relationships is understanding what is the goal of the relationship. So, if your goal is to have something that is long term, where it's healthy, where you can rely on this other person to have your back and be your partner, then that's one goal. If it's a goal of just straight um, companionship, but nothing more, meaning you want somebody to spend time with, to do things with, but you don't necessarily view them as a long term partner, just more of like an acquaintance who you happen to be close with and sleep with, that's a different goal. So when you establish your own goal, your own vision of what it is that you want in a relationship, you can then look at the behaviors that you're doing to see if in fact they are sabotaging what it is that you really want in the end. Because if you don't know what you want, you don't know how to stop what it is that you're doing, right? So, number one is to clearly define the vision that you have for this quote unquote relationship that you're in. Okay. So, let's assume, and we know what we say about the word assume, right? That it makes an ass out of you and me. But let's just say, for example, that you are trying to have somebody who is your partner who you want to spend the rest of your life with. And you're finding that you're doing some behaviors. Usually, by the way, you find it in the other person and you think that they're sabotaging it. But let's just say it's on your own, where you're doing things that are leading this relationship to end. Okay. So your goal is to have a long term, healthy relationship with this person. So, what can you do to stop the self sabotage? Well, first thing you want to do is stop using words like self sabotage. What do I mean? We don't want to turn our own minds and our own self into the enemy. When you think of the word sabotage, you think of an enemy. And it doesn't feel good to have an enemy or thinking about yourself deep within you as like having an enemy within you that's trying to ruin your life and trying to do things. So that's the first thing that you want to do. You actually want to turn your inner thoughts and your inner being into your friend. And you want to really talk to your inner friend to kind of see what the hell's going on inside you. And the only way to do that is through turning your thoughts and your beliefs not against you, but turning them into your own partner and understanding that your mind will usually do these types of thoughts and behaviors because it thinks in some way that it's trying to protect you from pain. That's really what the basic mind's job is. The mind's job is to extend your life in any which way possible. Now, in the olden days, it used to extend your life by running away from bears and running away from people who are going to kill you. Okay. So, assuming that's not the place that you're in right now and you're in a relationship, the mind is still going to go and do things thinking that it's trying to protect you from future pain. So, most of us have had relationships and dating situations that have ended in quote unquote heartbreak, pain, and suffering. So, subconsciously, when you are in your relationship and you're experiencing any type of discomfort with the other person, subconsciously, your mind is going to start to do things that looks like it's against you, but it's actually thinking that it's helping you. That's why when people worry too much, it's like, I can't stop worrying. I can't stop worrying. The reason why it's worrying so much is because your mind thinks that the more it tries to outwit these situations, it tries to control things. Okay. So, what we want to take a step back when it comes to our relationships. And we want to really, really be okay with what's going on in front of us. Okay. So, we take a step back and we look at our behaviors and we say, is this behavior bringing me closer to my goal of having a healthy long term relationship with this person? Or is it bringing me further away? Now, the reason why you're watching this is because you most likely saw the words self sabotage. So you're thinking on some level that this behavior or thought pattern that you're having with your partner is bringing you further away from the long term relationship. Well, there could be something about this relationship that your mind, that your gut, that your essence, that your true self feels something's off here. Something is I don't feel right about it. That's what you want to address within you before you even speak to your partner. Within yourself, you want to address that first concern of what is it that's really going on inside of me that I do or do not like. And then when you're able to take that step back, you might find that the reason why you're doing this quote unquote behavior. I mean, let's take a look at some of the top self-sabotaging behaviors in relationship. Okay. So we say cheating. Okay. So cheating is a huge one. So if you yourself are cheating on this person, then this other person in the relationship, right? What you want to understand is that there is something within your current relationship that's preventing you from being honest about your feelings, right? Because most people cheat. Most people cheat because they're not open with their partner as to number one, how they're really feeling about things in general and also sexually. Because if you're truly honest and open about what's going on inside of you, most of the reasons for cheating goes away. It's when we feel that we're, sneaky or this and that, but there's a deeper reason as to why you're doing that. Okay? So let's assume it's cheating, and let's assume that you're very very upset with yourself for having cheated. Well, guess what? If this other person has the goal of being in something healthy long term and you're the one doing the cheating, most likely this will end. I mean, because it's very difficult to continue a relationship without having that sense of trust, that sense of honesty. Okay. But what's good for you is to understand that there's something deeper inside you as to why it is that you're doing this to begin with. And it could be that the reason why you're doing this cheating, quote unquote, is because deep down, you know that this will cause this to end. And even though that might be painful, it's less pain than the pain that you had prior. So the mind is constantly looking for ways to prevent you from having pain. Okay. So, step one, how to overcome self sabotage. Number one is we want to take a step back. I just gave you the example of cheating. Let's talk another example of holding grudges, okay? Where you um, are holding in the anger that this person did something to you. And since you're walking around with that anger, it's leading to miscommunication. It's leading to a lack of communication, and it's pushing you and this other person further and further apart. Now, this is going to sound weird, but it's the same exact thing with cheating. And what I mean is that when a person doesn't feel comfortable truly expressing their feelings with the other partner for whatever reason, and they hold it in, the mind and the body, it looks for ways to let out this crap. Okay. I like to make things very simple. When you eat food, the in a healthy body, the healthy nutrients remains, and the unhealthy nutrients either gets urinated or defecated, right? It just gets let out. Okay. When your mind encounters something that is upsetting, okay, in a relationship, and it doesn't know how to express it, the mind and the body look for ways for it to be let out some way. So you can let it out by, the physical expression of cheating, or you hold it inside you. And you think that the more that I hold this feeling inside me, the more that I hold it within me, the more, I can really show this other person. But in the end, the one who suffers the most is you. You're the one who suffers the most when it comes to that. Okay? So, let's get back to let's get back to how to overcome self-sabotage. Number 1, what is your goal? What is my goal of this relationship? Okay? So step 1 is to have the vision of the relationship. What is it that I really want out of it? Because again, if your goal is to have a companion, then the behaviors that you're doing might not be so sabotaging, right? It could be that you're fine with this if it moves further away. If your goal is to have a long-term partner that's healthy, then yes, what you're doing is going further away from that goal. So number 1, what is my goal? Number 2, why is it that my mind is actually doing this? The mind is trying to help me. It's trying to protect me. Okay. I understand that. Thank you, mind. So if that's the case, I need to not be upset with the mind and say, "Oh my damn it, you're doing it again. Damn it, you're doing it again." But okay, mind, I appreciate it. Thank you. In this case, mind, listen to me carefully so that you can overcome this. In this case, mind, I appreciate you trying to help me, but I got this. Okay? That no longer helps me. Thank you. I know you're trying to protect me. I would like to make this work. And step 3, and this is the ultimate form of overcoming unhealthy behaviors and actually enhancing and improving the connection within the relationship itself, is communicating your feelings, concerns to the other person, understanding that what you might say might cause the other person to go away from you. That's okay. I'm not telling you to yell at the other person. I'm not telling you to, spit or curse because that obviously is unhealthy. But when you speak your truth from your essence, you never have anything to worry about. Hope this was helpful. Have an awesome day.